What is your audio set to? I know we're going live as we troubleshoot
We're gonna
audio.
figure out this audio problem in front of everybody.
Hold on, can you lean towards your mic and talk?
Check.
No, you're not on your mic. That's why.
Well, that's StreamYard, you bastards.
Hold on, we're gonna get it now.
Okay, StreamYard, let's see.
We're in now.
What?
When will then be now? Soon.
How about now?
Oh, that's so much better.
How about now?
Oh,
How about now?
Finally.
Welcome.
Yes.
Rich Eisen's going to ESPN, and Tom and I are going straight to hell.
Oh, baby. We here.
Well, sure.
You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is GBS. Wait, Rich Eisen going to ESPN?
Yeah.
Where was that?
Where? It's on the internet. It's taking his Rich Eisen show to ESPN.
Was that announced today?
Leaving Roku.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he gets paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
I hope he does.
I mean, it's funny to even think that Roku is a choice next to ESPN.
Hey, but sometimes you just need that, screensaver to just...
I literally
Guide you
don't know a
home.
single person that has a Roku.
I have a Roku TV. Like, it just came, built into the TV.
Right.
Also,
okay.
been working out? Damn. So look at these look at these guns.
No.
Sun's out, guns out over here. Oh, hey, oh.
I stay exactly the same. I don't put on any mass.
See,
I don't lose
disagree.
any mass.
I feel like it looks a little bit more, the biceps look a little bit larger than usual.
I credit Dan Marino for that, Tom.
No, it has nothing to do with your shirt. I'm telling you,
Dan
I'm pretty
Marino
sure
makes
that
me look good.
there's some mass there. It's looking good, buddy. You look
Come get it, kids. You want some dad strength to fuck you up? I'll do it. Oh! Don't flex too hard. You'll pop something.
Those teenagers in the park still scare you, though. Yeah, that's just.
Yeah, those kids are terrifying.
Those kids are terrifying. Yeah. So we didn't get Cowboys Giants Week 1 Sunday Night Football, so that's something, I guess. But instead, we got Cowboys Eagles to start the 2025 NFL season. Why? There are so many other there's better matchups within their division. We could have seen the Commanders, and could have seen a repeating NFC Championship game. We could have seen the Lions, the one game that we haven't seen. I'm sure that's going to be a primetime game coming down the road. But yeah, schedule releases are starting to come out bit by bit. There's some games released today, international games tomorrow, and of course the full schedule release on Wednesday night.
Do they always do the international games a day early?
Usually like the day before, that they announce them. So Packers fans are wondering, because there's been a lot of chatter that they're going to be playing the Pittsburgh Steelers in Ireland. So there's been a lot of rumors ever since the Combine. Actually, no, Super Bowl, really, that this is a potential. And then they were talking about the Steelers wanting to protect that game and make it a home game. And
interesting.
It's gone back and forth. Yeah. Also, Derek Carr retired over the weekend.
Yeah, that was big. Saturday. It's rare you see somebody Saturday morning like, I'm done.
Yep.
That news never breaks on a Saturday morning. We'll talk about Carr a little bit because you and I haven't talked about it.
True. Penix, Daniel Jones. The matchup the world
Falcons, Colts. Okay, in Germany. See, the Broncos were the first team linked to be playing the Colts in the Berlin, Germany game. And then I saw something that said that the Colts blocked that idea. I don't know if that's true or not, but the Broncos are going to play the Jets October 12th in London. So Denver will have an international game.
you're going to have to wake up early.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I think I'd rather play the Jets over the pond than the Colts, just because I feel like the Jets aren't going to be... I don't know if either team's going to be good, but I feel like the Jets might be worse. But I would have rather the Broncos played in Germany. I think that would have been a cooler spot to play versus London.
Oh, why do you think that?
Because there's London's so overplayed with the international games. It's basically like America East, you know? I want a different... I like any country a little more unique than London or England or Britain, whatever the fuck it is. Nobody actually even knows, Tom. Ireland would have been sick. Germany would have been cool. Brazil would have been tight. No. London again. Ooh. But October 12th, international game. I love those because it's 7:30 a.m. Just get that game out of the way.
I hadn't planned on it, Hazy. I had not planned on getting an updated one. If it does the trick, it does the trick. I mean, I got
No
a Brett
offense
Hundley Packers
to
jersey,
Britannia. Okay, no offense.
you know. Hey, oh, you know what though? Yeah, maybe Thursday night could be really exciting if George Pickens just punches, an Eagles player in the face. Just first play.
George Pickens fights Nick Sirianni. That's what's going to happen.
The
on the
ratings will be through
sideline.
the roof.
Pickens going to catch a ball on the sideline.
Yep.
It's going to be reviewed. It's going to go under review. Sirianni's going to be like, you didn't catch that. And George Pickens like, I caught that, mother liquor. And then they're going to get into it. Big Dom's going to be on the toilet. So he can't stop the fight.
Oh, he's pooping.
Yeah. Big Dom got to poop. It is Thursday night. Honestly, I'm going to give the Cowboys a little bit of a pass here for this Thursday night game.
Okay. Hell yeah, Caleb. Oh, baby. Congrats.
I know what the joke is, but it makes some sense to have the Eagle, like a division rival, start. Washington would have been a better matchup, obviously, I think, but it makes some sense. At least it's not like Cowboys-Giants. Cowboys-Giants had been like the Sunday night slate for, I feel like, the last 10 years.
I know, Brandon.
So
I am well aware.
I bet you that's Giants-Commanders this Sunday night, week 1. I bet it's Giants-Commanders,
no way.
dude.
There's no shot that they put
Jackson
them on the
Dart.
first night. Please,
Giants,
God, no.
Commanders.
Please, no. Please, no. Congrats, Caleb.
And then Friday night is going to be Chiefs, Chargers, in Brazil, right?
Yes, they are kicking off the Brazil game. Chiefs Chargers. That's what was rumored. I think Yahoo Sports said that. I don't know. Again, I don't know if
That's
that was
hard.
confirmed, but yeah, that was the Chargers. I know you mentioned that they released the amount of primetime games over the past few years, and the Chargers are still where they are. 22?
Yeah, this was a little crazy. I thought. Let me find it.
Shuck it from back.
All right.
Shuck it long. Shuck it hard. Summary Jeopardy.
So since 2020, the Chargers have had 22 primetime games. Okay, yeah, Packers, that's kind of a lot. 25.
Woo! 25, baby.
What happened when you guys started in Brazil? What happened there?
Jordan Love got hurt, and then
Your rest of your season was just a little disappointing.
we won the same amount of playoff games, Brandon.
Yeah, but we exceeded expectations. You underachieved.
You underachieved.
That's can be said across multiple fronts. So Chiefs, all right, they got Patrick Mahomes. Makes sense. Packers had Aaron Rodgers, switched to Jordan Love. Jordan Love became a bit of a hot gentleman in the spotlight there.
Team.
Makes sense. Cowboys, Jerry Jones, he's going to get whatever he wants. Makes sense. 49ers don't make a ton of sense. They're West Coast. They were, a championship game, Super Bowl appearance. They're very good. Star power at quarterback? Not quite sure. Josh Allen, Bills, makes sense. Chargers with 22. That over like the Rams? Having more than the Rams. How many do the Rams have?
Justin Herbert, baby.
The Rams actually won a Super Bowl. The Rams have Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
And it's the same market, right? That's why. Like everyone's gonna say it's the Los Angeles TV market. Sure. And I do appreciate the number of Chargers fans popping up in this post. Respect. Because you're out there. We know you're out there. And I like when you
Just like the truth.
Yes. I like when you get vocal to support your team. But I was surprised to see the Chargers had so many of these primetime games. Herbert. Yeah. Herbert's
Herbert's
good,
a big reason.
but he's not he's not in the same level of like stardom as you would see justifying like that many primetime games. Your team's either got to be great or you got to have a star quarterback. And, not seeing the Eagles in there is interesting. I know those other teams could be like a 1-game difference. You know what I
It
mean?
might not be significantly.
This is the top 6, but
It's fair. It's fair. Well, Raphael, listen, I am so curious, and we'll obviously never know. If Derek Carr doesn't break his leg, in 2016, who knows what that looks like? I mean, the guy was so freaking good. Like, that season was awesome. So, and then he had it was a back injury, I think, right, that he had the following year. So, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. I think obviously the time with the Raiders really came to an anticlimactic end. When Devontae Adams gets traded there, it's like, oh man, like maybe we're gonna see, old school Derek Carr now, and it just didn't go that way. He gets released and then goes to the Saints, where I didn't think he was gonna have the most success there. It didn't really move the needle for me a whole lot. It was like, okay, they'll be more competitive, but I feel like this is gonna sound very not so nice. I feel like the way that it ended is like, okay, Derek Carr gets to keep the $10 million, right, that the Saints gave him, right? He made like $200 million over his career, gets to retire, and the Saints, they recoup a bunch of money as well. Now they're no longer in cap hell. So I know lots of Saints fans were not very happy with Derek Carr and his performance in New Orleans. And this way, it's like, okay, wish the guy nothing well, and now it's time to rebuild and see.
they wish him nothing well.
Oh, did I say that?
I wish that man nothing well.
Wish you well. There you go. Have a nice day.
Yeah, Saints fans kind of hate Derek Carr, which is weird. I mean, I get it. When you pay a guy to come in, you've got a certain amount of expectations, and it never got there. But it's really hard to put it all on Derek Carr, and that's kind of been his story through his entire career. But he's also never been the quarterback who really puts the team on his back, because his back breaks when that happens. But solid career. That was my conclusion. Derek Carr, solid quarterback, never great, never got a playoff win. He was injured. The play that he got injured on, with the Saints, him diving for that first down or whatever, his last play, that sucks.
But he was trying, man. Like, and I give him credit for that. And again, like old school Derek Carr was a lot of fun to watch. It just, every
time it started to look good for Carr and the Raiders, and then over to the Saints, something happened, right?
Yeah.
So, great season, breaks his leg. They lose in the playoffs to the Texans. Next season, the Raiders just weren't good for whatever reason.
Is that the back injury that year, or is the following year?
I can't remember, but that was Jack Del Rio's last season.
Mm-hmm.
So they fired Del Rio, and I talk about this in our Raiders video that I'm going to post later this week, but that's when they switched to John Gruden. That probably wasn't a great decision, obviously, but Gruden's there. They try and retool everything. None of it kind of works out. And then they bring in Antonio Brown. Derek Carr's really excited to throw the ball to AB, and he's gone before the end of the preseason, basically.
Yeah.
At the end of the preseason. Then they bring in Devontae Adams for him. One great year, not like in wins and losses necessarily, but like Carr and Adams were good together.
Devontae had a good stat line.
Then McDaniels says, see you later, Derek. So it's like every time they started to get a little momentum for Carr, something kind of out of his control messed it up.
Yeah, I feel like after the leg injury too and the back injury, there was just, it never got back to that point, right?
Yeah.
Of being, because like that's what Raiders fans were waiting for so long. It was like, okay, can we get back to this level of play where you could argue he was playing like on an MVP level, and then it didn't pan out, unfortunately. And Joey, happy freaking fracking birthday! Let's go.
Happy birthday, Joey Campanelli.
Campanelli. But for the Saints, I feel like this was also, I'll give it a little bit more credit than a lateral move, but it wasn't like bringing in Derek Carr. They're like, we need to try something. They're kicking the can down the road. Like, let's bring in an established quarterback with some upside, right? Like maybe we can tap into what the Raiders couldn't. And, they got Chris Olave, and I don't think it ever panned out. Obviously, the guy is dealing with injuries. And so now it comes down to this. And I feel like for the Saints this season, we're going to see who's going to wind up starting, of course. You know, Shook, if he's going to have
Shuck. It's Tyler Shuck.
You think Shuck's going to get
It's
there?
going to be Shuck.
Yeah, going to be Shuck. So I feel like if he's good, cool. If not, then maybe this is the year where they just suck and they're bad, and then they are able to kind of build that team back up.
I don't think you take Tyler Shuck in the second round if that's your expectation from the Saints' point of view. That could very well happen.
Sure.
I can't take Kellen Moore seriously if he's saying there's going to be an actual quarterback competition with all three QBs. What are we doing with Jake Haener? Okay? What are we doing with Jake Haener in that conversation? No offense, Jake, but I think your only real competition may be Rattler and Shuck, but I think it's Shuck's job to lose. And I thought, I have a rookie quarterback video I'm going to post today. I think it's winning in the poll on the community tab. But before we shot this last week, before Carr retired, I was like, I think Tyler Shuck's going to start week 1. And that's like based on Carr's shoulder injury. I was like, the only way Carr was going to come in and start is he was fully healthy. And that didn't look like it was going to be really the outcome, regardless of whether he got surgery or not. And now we know he needed surgery. That's why he decided to retire. I was like, I think Shuck starts week 1, and now it just feels more set in stone. He's going to start week 1. Give him as many reps as you can in practice. Give him the preseason reps, and trust Kellen Moore. Like this guy they wanted, start week 1. That way, if he's not the guy, more quickly. Like the worst thing I think the Saints could do is start like Rattler for half the season, and then put in Shuck. And then by the end of the year, not really know who your guy is.
Yeah, I feel that. Mark, so actually with the Eagles getting the home opener, because they won the Super Bowl against Dallas, that makes the Packers, I think it's the longest team without a home opener. Since 2018, they have not had a home opener. So like in week 1. So yeah, I would like to think so. I'm still leaning towards no. I think I would not be surprised if the league was like, nope, you're playing away once again.
Why do they do that?
Because the league is against the Green Bay Packers because they know how good they are.
Okay. You didn't even believe that.
I think there's a few reasons. I think it's because a lot of times you have like these divisional games that are kicking off week 1. And obviously last year was Brazil. So that was kind of, that wasn't either home nor away. But yeah.
It seems like they would want an opening game in Green Bay.
Maybe prime time, Sunday night
just for
football.
That's the time to play in Green Bay for the weather. But week 1 primetime game?
Yeah, but they're also like the later. I mean, look at last year, dude. Like we had we had the Brazil game, and then it was like nothing, and then there was like 4 games at the end of the season that were all primetime. So they like it when it's a little bit more.
That stretch, it was a ton. I was like, dude, you gotta stream all that shit.
Yeah, because it was like back to back to back. Because it was like 2 Thursday games. There was a Thanksgiving, then it was all over the place.
I think you want your prime times like kind of spread out. Like
one
a month.
That's
the way you want it.
You get potential snow primetime, Lambeau Field later in the season. So
overrated. So
yeah, Mick Eagles, that's totally fair, right? I mean, you look at the Saints and going and get another offensive lineman, and again, this is their 4th first rounder at offensive line that they've taken since 2020. So like, there's been some shuffling, and while they've had good offensive lines in the past, I feel like it's also Saints fans are just waiting for Drew Brees to unretire or for Arch Manning, because it's just, hey, we need a franchise guy there because they haven't been able to replace Brees since he's left.
Yeah, it's hard.
So
took a long time to replace Peyton Manning. It's just you go through it. I mean, the Giants have gone through it trying to replace Eli. They thought they even had a guy, and that was wrong. And what I would be worried about is whoever Derek Carr says is his friend in retirement, because whoever Derek Carr associates himself with, something bad happens to Derek. Or Devontae went to join him because they're friends. Gone. Derek Carr links up with his old buddy Dennis Allen. Fired. If Derek Carr says he can't wait to spend more time with his wife, divorce. Like that's the trajectory whatever Derek Carr wants with his relationship, something bad's going to happen.
What if he's like, I can't wait to just spend my time watching my favorite YouTube channel, That's Good Sports?
I'm fucked, dude. I am so screwed.
Banned.
I'm screwed. I feel bad for Derek.
And see, I would not change anything in the Packers uniform, but make the golden, just the lettering, gold. That's how you do it. It's just golden is gold on that green.
Just a gold bar.
That's it.
It's not even a name. It's just an actual gold bar.
Here we go, dude. What a reference. Everyone should watch Andor, by the way. That is well done. I hope it's competitive. And again, like I think for the Cowboys, they have like I feel a lot better about the Cowboys now that they got George Pickens because it gives them a legit number 2. And again, if Ezraku's the guy, if their offensive line is better, then they actually have a run game. They're going to be a better football team.
I feel like the Cowboys should be decent.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys they've just gotten their entire identity's become too much of a meme.
Yeah.
And it feels like they had a solid offseason, nice draft, add a key piece. They need that wide receiver too. Dak will be healthy. And it's week 1. If there's a week any team can win, it is that week. So I think it should be a good football game. Now the Eagles could come out and just obliterate the Cowboys. Sure, they're the Super Bowl champion. They still got Saquon. But I think we're underestimating. Like if people don't think that game's going to be competitive, I don't think that's entirely fair to Dallas. But
I think there's a lot of potential for Dallas.
It's not a playoff game, right? It's week 1. This one, Dallas is good, guys. This one, Dallas shines.
This is it. This is the time. Yeah, like this is. I don't think it's the worst. I just think it's a little like
shit.
Okay. There's just better match. Like I would have loved if it was the Lions Eagles week 1, man.
I would have loved if it was Jaguars Titans, huh?
That wouldn't. Don't know. That would. Neither of those teams.
How many more better matchups are there really?
A lot more.
I don't know if there's a lot. I think it's a good matchup. It's a good game.
Is Jacksonville playing?
We're just tired of the Cowboys as the primetime darlings. That's all.
Hey, Brendan, listen. They're out of salary cap hell. The New Orleans Saints. The Pope has come through and is already doing miracles on them. So
I know it's the funniest part of all of this. Because they'll do what? Carr as a post-June release or whatever.
Yeah,
and then it'll save them like $30 million. Right now, Saints are 13th in calorie saps.
In calorie saps.
Eat too much sap, you're gonna go over your calorie limit for the day. Here you go. You never see this. 29 mil or under. They'd be down here with the Giants.
Yeah.
They're
going to pay 29 mil to get
$26.
Drew Brees out of retirement.
All right, let's see what happens now.
Vikings rumored to have back-to-back international games. Leave him there. Leave him there.
They're still at, maybe that changes when the Carr thing happens. They're still at negative 38, but that's pretty good because usually that number's like negative 80. So that's actually $50 million better than they probably would have been.
Hey, what are the Vikings doing down there?
Ooh. Lions, Chiefs, Bills, over. Damn. Look at that. Broncos are in a good spot.
Leave them there.
Where are your Packers at? Where are they at?
You just passed them. They were down there still. They were like, they were like 5 mil or something. Yeah. Commanders will go to Spain. Dude, the Madrid, actually, I believe this wholeheartedly. The Madrid game should be the Dolphins. Right? Has it been confirmed that the Dolphins are playing there? Hold on.
Madrid.
They have a good fan base there. Oh, they are playing. Okay. So you're saying it'd be Commanders. Got it.
Commanders, Dolphins in Spain?
That'd be fun. I watch that. 20 for the rest of their cap space. That's it. Why not?
Just blow their cap space now.
I mean, like, I feel like for the Saints, like, looking forward to what this season is going to be, where do you rank them within that division? Because I feel like they are fighting for third place, maybe? right? I don't feel like that's too harsh to say because you're going to have the Buccaneers, right? I think it's their division still to lose. The Falcons, if Penix is the guy, they're going to be more competitive, and they could have won the division last year. The Panthers are kind of like this hopefully ascending team. So I feel like the Saints' best scenario is that, one of their quarterbacks looks good and they're able to, battle it out for third place.
I don't know. The whole NFC South it's a toss-up at this point. I think you're just banking on Tampa being the best team. But you can make a case for, like, if Penix is good, the Falcons are good. If Shuck's good, the Saints can be competitive. It's not like any of these rosters are, like, super depleted, right? Like, the Saints there's still a decent roster there.
Sure.
But it's going to go the way of the QB.
Their offense is there's really just going to go through their quarterback. Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. I mean, that's why some people want Aaron Rodgers to go to New Orleans, right? Like, wouldn't Rodgers rather go play with some of those ball catchers than, whatever the Steelers have? I don't know if that's a fair assessment, but,
I get you.
Some Saints fans are like, we'll take Rodgers for a year.
I mean, Pittsburgh fans are like, yes, do it, please. I don't know. I feel like that would be interesting. The offensive line you would hope is better. Throwing a Chris Olave would be fun. That would be something. I don't think it's going to move the meter a whole lot, and Kieran, safe going home. The lore is deep. Kitty goes meow.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just see. Who would you rather throw to?
Just full power bomb. Are you pulling up the DK Metcalf or Chris Olave?
Well, I'm just going to their full depth charts right now. All right, New Orleans Saints. Who would you rather throw to, football fans?
Hey,
Chris Olave. He's already questionable.
Baby.
Season hasn't even started, Tom, and they're like questionable. Rashid, Shaheed, Brandon Cooks,
Team speed, come on now.
Juwan Johnson, Taysom Hill. What was Taysom Hill's injury?
Fair.
Was it an ACL or what did he hurt?
I forget off the top of my head, to be honest.
What did he hurt?
He was it was a knee injury. It was a torn ACL.
Yeah, so he won't be back for a while.
Might be a hot minute.
Or, all right, so you got, and Kamara in the backfield's nice. They drafted Devin Neal, that ad. Steelers.
If you don't want to throw the football to Bub Means, then you should not be a football player.
No.
That's just a fact. If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I don't care what deal or anything I have with the Steelers. I'm going to throw for Bub Means.
Bub Memes sounds 100% like Aaron Rodgers' favorite receiver.
Bub Means is one of my favorite wide receivers. Yeah. So, all
right. Or you got DK Metcalf, Robert Woods, Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson in the mix. Oh, I forgot Ben Skoronek's over there.
Yep.
Rock Taylor. I don't really know which one's actually better.
I think it might be the Saints.
Saints?
DK's great there, and I think that there's potential, if Roman Wilson can really step up, okay, we got some potential. Shaheed has that speed though. He does. He's a field stretcher. I just Brandon Cooks is just going to
Calvin Austin or Kevin Austin.
You get both. Why not? Ooh. Every week of either September or October. I don't think the NFL will give that to them.
No, I don't think the Dolphins even want that shit.
Thursday, Monday. That's what I want to see. Bears, Saints, Vatican City, make it happen. Ooh. And have the Cardinals as the special guest referee.
There you go.
It's just Cardinals fans that are in, and actual Cardinals are in attendance.
Who will God choose? Find out this Sunday night. NFL Vatican City. Streaming only on Christian or Catholic Plus.
Oh, Catholic Plus.
Catholic Plus.
Catholic Plus. Nice.
It's an exclusive streaming app.
Yeah.
Just for the Vatican City game.
I don't think it's just there's so many question marks. I mean, heading into this season, I still thought the Saints were going to be fighting for third place.
Airing immediately after the game, Passion of the Christ. In
2.
an exclusive interview with Mel Gibson and Jim Caviezel. 2 of the craziest people in Hollywood.
But I think that they are already going to do that. I think losing Carr just makes it more questionable because I don't even know if Carr was going to finish the season. There was already all the rumors that he was injured and like the who knows when he was going to be able to play. You drafted a quarterback in the second round. I feel like they weren't going to be amazing. Yeah, Leo, 3D would have been amazing. Yes, that would have been so much fun to watch DK and George Pickens play together. But if he does some crazy things on the Cowboys, it will make for good television.
Yeah, what's DK Metcalf's, like, if you're a fantasy football player, trying to figure out what his production's going to be like right now? Like, if Aaron Rodgers is there, I think DK going to put up nice fantasy numbers for you.
Melted cheese.
If it's the Will Howard era, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of an important fantasy player.
Yeah, a little bit. That's right, casual. That's right. Yeah, he's an important fantasy. I mean, the Saints are interesting. The Saints, I think, can overachieve. Like, they could go way past my expectations, but I still...
Dude, if they get close to 500, I bet Saints fans are feeling good.
Yeah. I mean, and then you just decide what you want to do next year. So, just saying. Gonna be interesting. Oh, yeah. When did Justin Tucker get released? When we were... did you and I talk about that? No, because we didn't have a show on Friday, right? And that was in between Wednesday and today?
I can't remember.
I put out a video.
My kicker news doesn't register a day in my brain,
That's
a specific day.
That's very fair.
You know.
It was May 5th. Oh, no. No.
We talked about it then.
We did talk about it. That was last week. Dude, I don't even know. I don't know time anymore. It's irrelevant. It's gone. So, hey, Karen.
Yeah, the writing was on the wall. That's the least surprising thing that's happened all offseason at this point.
Also, by the way,
here's a question though.
Oh, good.
If Tucker was the best kicker in the league last season, do you think the Ravens look the other way for now? I think if he was the best kicker last year, I think he's still on the team.
I think they're just like, just like, what? No, it's crazy.
What's going on?
Nixon for the Saints. Yeah, I don't know if they cut him. That's tough. That's I don't know. Does he go anywhere? Do you think he actually gets picked up?
Not right now. Not until like whatever this thing is like concluded.
Maybe training camp, like a team gives him a call and is like, "Hey, we need somebody."
They're like, "Are they still looking into this?" Yeah. It's a dozen massage therapists. If we can get that number down to 3 for a kicker, we'll be all right. We know the limit for a quarterback's 22 plus.
Oh,
kicker
that's why.
Can only have 3 allegations.
That's why. Yes, because one of you asked a question. I don't know if you super chatted, but it was like,
oh yeah,
it was like, I bet Baltimore really regrets letting you go now.
Yeah. Luckily, I don't think. Well, maybe the super chat show up for the guest. I can't remember. Depends on the mode you're in. Hey, Cameron, what are your thoughts on Justin Tucker?
Thoughts on Tucker here?
Not as a kicker, but about the allegations of sexual inappropriate behavior.
We talked about just about everything on that stream. So during that interview, we talked about everything. So that's right. We didn't. I forgot because that happened. I think was it after GPS, and then that's fair. That is very, very fair.
It was nice to have a guest, so we didn't have to talk about it.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Justin Tucker, what are your thoughts on
now we're
the
talking
O.J. Simpson trial?
We're talking about Justin Tucker about that.
Oh, sorry, Cameron Dicker. Cameron Dicker, what are your thoughts on the O.J. Simpson trial and the state of the country at that time and what it meant on a racial level for what was happening?
Oh, we're doing a deep dive then.
Yeah.
Okay. Why not? It's like you get 20 minutes. Go ahead, Cameron. Just uninterrupted.
Yeah.
Just 20 minutes. You have to use the entire time.
What are your thoughts on tariffs?
Just bring it. That's what we do. We just bring in like notable football players, and we're just like, hey, what What are you thinking about the hyperinflation in during the Weimar Republic? What's your take on that?
How do you feel about Putin and his policies?
Oh, okay. So we can
and
go.
its relationship with America
That's fair.
and Ukraine.
Yeah. We're bringing it up. Oh,
I thought we were going to be talking about my new book. No, we're not.
no, we're not. No. Legitimately, yes. So hold on. It's really funny because besides you cursing my team, once again, I saw a few comments because did you do all 32, but you had like groups, right?
I did like the bottom 3, and then I grouped basically 20 through 29, and I also miscounted and forgot about the Bengals.
You forgot? You just didn't?
No, I got him in there. I just put him at 6. I was like, fuck, I forgot where I was going to put him. Let's just put the Bengals in at 6, because I had the Chiefs at 666. No, I had which 666 team did I do? Did I do the Ravens? I think I did the Ravens as the 666 team.
Perfect.
Yes, and then they released Tucker. So that's when it happened. I was like, oh. Because my whole bit was like, they're keeping Tucker for now. They are the 666 team, and then they cut him. I was like, I got to kind of change my angle. And I was like, the Bengals are actually number 6. So almost a 32 actual ranking. Yes.
The reason I asked that is because our videos were about the same length, and I just did the 10 teams. So they were like 20 minutes. I was like, yeah, I talked way too long. So that's just people are like, oh, I thought you did all length. I did not.
It's harder to. My videos, it's really hard to keep them under 20 minutes now, and that's an insane thing to say. Because that's a lot of, it's like, the longer you do this, the more you have to say about every stupid little thing. You're like, I could talk about this one thing for 20 plus minutes.
And there's all, like, take the Titans alone, right? Like the Titans,
they're fascinating, I think.
First overall pick, and if Cam Ward's the guy, I'm super curious what their ceiling could be.
Yeah. I rank them as the 31st worst team in the NFL, though.
Because if Cam Ward's not the guy, it's going to be a tough season.
It's just where they were at, and our bit was they're actually better than they were last year because they're not the worst team anymore. So,
do you think the Bengals could win the Super Bowl in Burrow's career? I think so. You having Joe Burrow is going to just always give you a shot. Right, like you having a franchise quarterback.
There's some Joe Burrow truthers out there.
I saw that about like, oh, he doesn't have any comeback wins.
His fourth quarter, all this shit. Yeah, Burrow, like, you're 100% right, Tom. If you got Burrow, you got a chance.
You got a shot. It's just about the team that you're going to build around him, right? That offense should be at the same level where it was. I think it's going to be about where are they starting, because I think everybody looking at the Bengals last year, and you and I have talked about this, Brian, their September team was much different from their December team. Like if they wound up sneaking into the playoffs, I was very disappointed when they didn't, because it would have been really fun. Like they were going to be a fun team to watch. And I feel like if that defense, I know Stewart, as of right now, at least a day or two ago, he still hasn't signed his contract, right? So he was doing everything. He was doing the meetings and stuff. He just wasn't doing the on the field stuff. But there was already questions about Stewart if he was going to, he's got to develop, those numbers got to get up. But I feel like it's just, if that defense is anywhere where it needs to be, it's going to help significantly, because the Bengals, I feel like, can be a clutch team, and I don't think there's a lot of teams that want to play them in the postseason. I think, personally. So
Shamar Stewart, got to get him on the field. Got to figure out Trey Hendrickson.
I would love to ask Gronk about Brexit. I would.
The best, Gronk would try and give an answer too.
Yeah,
he would try.
Talk about the cultural diffusion of the Silk Road, and kind of how that impact. I think we should just. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Appreciate you, Sarah. Yeah, no, it's not about Burrow being healthy is important. They didn't have a defense. Their defense was poo-poo.
Yeah, they didn't make the playoffs last year. They needed the Broncos to lose to the Chiefs' backups.
This is what I'm curious about, Steph, is if, let's just say the Bengals go out and they don't make the playoffs this year, at what point are they looking at Zach going?
Zach Wilson?
No, not Zach.
Zach, what's our coach's name? Zach
Taylor? Oak. Congratulations. Let's go. Congratulations. Let's go.
Oh, wow.
Hope everybody's well. Let's go.
Your life is about to get effed up, my friend. In a good way. Zac Taylor. God, there he is.
Yeah, I just said Taylor.
I couldn't hear you.
Oak, I just want to say, is your spawn going to be a purple incarnation of Satan? I see the skull there. Don't do that.
Strong. Here's the thing about Zac Taylor.
Don't do that.
He's either a lot better than we think or a lot worse than we think. He's either doing like a really nice job keeping that team competitive.
It's a great thematic essay.
Or he's just being carried by Joe Burrow. I don't think we know the answer to that.
That's fair.
Huh?
That's fair. I mean,
that's a good Zac Taylor take.
Yeah, well, they're similar to a bunch of teams. The Packers are similar to Steelers, like of just not letting guys go. And that's the thing, like Zac Taylor, I think if you just look an overview of his resume, you go, damn, like, okay, and making it to the Super Bowl and all that great stuff. But, I mean, I was looking at Zac Taylor years ago and equating him to Mike McCarthy under the Aaron Rodgers era. I was like, Joe Burrow's hiding a lot of things right now. And I don't think Zac Taylor's a bad coach. There's question marks. There's some questions.
Yeah, I mean, their offense got to be top 3 all season long this year. They bring back both T and Jamar, right? Like, they pay Burrow. He's got to stay healthy. And you're going to just hope that the defense is improved with the new coordinator. Just hope it's better, a better unit. Doesn't have to be great, but like their offense, like if their offense isn't one of the top scoring units all season long, they're effed. They're screwed. They're screwed.
Because they're basically, right, you're making the argument that they're somewhat the same roster, right? The same team that they were last year. And that team, I think, can make it to the postseason. Like, we're just going to see, like, how much better that defense is going to be. We're going to have to see. So, just saying. Bears Saints Vatican game. Christian McCaffrey, John Campbell, Divine Diablo. Divine Diablo has to be there. Absolutely. Just bring in every single somewhat religious name and make it happen.
Shouldn't it be Catholic McCaffrey, though? I don't really understand the full difference.
Christianity is like the full umbrella, and then underneath that, yes, and then underneath that you could have like Catholicism, you could have Orthodox, you can have a number of things under the Christianity umbrella.
That makes it even worse. That makes all the fighting about that shit even worse.
Listen, anytime you want to talk about the roots of Christianity, I taught it for many years. So
I don't ever want to talk about it.
Oh, hey, listen, the time where there was 3 popes at once. That was fun. Yeah, they started.
Trey Pope.
Trey
Pope sounds like a receiver or a tight end for the Bengals.
They're calling each other the Antichrist.
Trey Pope.
And then they elected a new pope. Oh yeah, there was 3 at once. It was great.
Yeah.
Come on. That was great.
I think the Bengals too. You're really hoping Chase Brown is the dude he started to look like last year, right? You got you need a lot of production out of Chase Brown moving forward.
That's fair.
I forgot P. Ryan's back there.
That's fair. Rome's got to be mic'd up.
Oh, Romo Dunze. There you go.
Gotta do Rome.
There you go.
That would go off the rails quickly.
Yeah, you don't even have to ask a complicated question to Antonio Brown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. We'll see. Eagles fans, I think, are pretty confident that they're going to win that Week 1 matchup.
Of course. I mean, they should be. They should be the most confident group of fans heading into this season.
Yeah. I mean, they got better in terms of just getting the guys they needed back. I mean, their D-line, I'm not worried about at all. Like, not even a little bit. I think they're going to be fine. I think they're going to be fine. Go back, go forever. Don't make... You know what? Or maybe you try to make the kid a Vikings fan, and then they rebel. They rebel against you. Just saying.
I haven't heard Fudge Packer for some time.
Yes, we do have 2 different live chats. I see all of them.
Ooh.
So it's the
they blends them into one chat on Tom and I's end
it's
here
true.
in StreamYard. But yeah, it's 2 different chats.
That's it. But Perna, you got
a tie-dye shirt, and it's Dan Marino.
That's a pretty great shirt.
Never saw something I had to have so quickly.
Hi, Fragger. It's super quick and that has nothing to do with football or anything. So, by the way, the schedule release is going to come out on Wednesday. They're going to release international games tomorrow. There's going to be a couple other games that are going to release today. Like Fox releases a game. NBC already did theirs, and I think ESPN might. I think they release a game or two. But yeah, so we're going to see Wednesday. The full schedule will be released. I think it's at 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern. It's somewhere around there.
Yeah,
but having nothing to do with anything. How much are you going to say the Raiders are going to beat the Broncos by in your new Raiders video?
that's not what I'm talking about.
That's not what you're talking about?
No.
Oh, so you're not telling the truth?
I'm not predicting their record.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, I wasn't doing record. I was just saying beating the Denver Broncos.
If the Raiders beat the Broncos, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. I think I'm scared of Geno Smith and the Raiders right now. No. Am I optimistic about them? Yes. The whole video is about how I think they're doing things right for the first time in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And that video was going to go up Saturday, but then Derek Carr retired, so I postponed it. I was like, you know what? I'll be ahead for this week.
And now
Raiders are not going. I'm not worried about it.
good. That'll be good.
The whole AFC West is like it doesn't matter if we're playing the Raiders, the Chargers, or the Chiefs.
Fun.
They're all going to be tough games. There's no easy game, I feel like, in the AFC West this season. Now, we could be proven wrong. Obviously, something could happen. I don't think the Chiefs are that much better than everybody else this year, though. Right, Chargers and Raiders fans? Fuck those Chiefs. They're not that good anymore.
Watch them just freaking bulldoze through the league.
Nah, we're unified in our hatred for those Chiefs.
So you're standing arm in arm with
Yep.
Raiders fans? Wow.
Yeah. And as soon as the Chiefs
Maybe this country can
exit, then it turns into that office scene where we're all pointing the guns at each other.
Yeah.
We're unified, and then we'll turn on each other pretty quickly, but we're all
Okay.
rooting against the Chiefs.
We'll see. Until the Raiders accidentally, beat you, and then it's no, you're the devil again.
I mean, hey, they had a 8 or 9 game win streak against the Broncos. It was not fun. Both teams weren't that good. That's what was annoying about it. Whatever.
We'll see.
The Brazil game, though, Chiefs and Chargers,
That should be a really fun game.
should be a good game. And also,
It's true.
I don't know if it's 100% confirmed yet, but that should be streaming exclusively on YouTube.
So that was the rumor that's coming out, that YouTube is trying to get that game and they're going to show it for free.
Yeah, not just on YouTube TV, but just YouTube.
Yeah, which would
be
pretty
sick. It'd be very
good.
cool.
So hopefully that means that things are moving in a direction where, hey, YouTube's getting a game. If only there was YouTubers who stream every single primetime game. I'm just saying, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's closer. We're getting closer.
Well, listen, I'll have you know that once again, Peacock is going to have a holiday special. December, I think it's 27th. Once again, a Peacock exclusive game.
The cock.
I should be pissed. The Broncos should be over the Bengals based on that playoff need that would have pushed them down into the curse. Oh, that makes sense. That's fair. That's fair. Listen, Perna's wheel it sometimes does things. It sometimes doesn't.
I think Peacock should change its name.
Here we go.
Next guest, Luke DeCock.
Excuse me. Who?
Luke DeCock.
Who?
Luke DeCock.
Wait, one more time.
Luke DeCock.
I'm watching it on Luke DeCock.
You know what we should do? We should bring Luke DeCock on this show.
Oh God, I'd love to. He's a UNC reporter. It'd be great to get him on
Perfect.
here.
It would be
I
perfect.
don't think we can get DeCock. I don't think we're in DeCock territory, Tom.
Probably not. It's a little too big for us.
That Belichick story's not dying either. It's only getting more fiery.
AFC West and NFC North, 2 best divisions.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think so. The NFC East could be sneaky. You could have 3, pretty darn good teams, and then the Giants. I think their defense is going to make them super competitive. So
there's going to be a team or two in that mix that's going to underachieve.
yeah,
Whether that's just they're not as good as
Fair
we
enough.
thought, somebody gets hurt. Like, I feel like every time we think the AFC West is going to be really
it
competitive,
never lives up to it.
something bad has happened over the last few years. But this is the one that feels like there's the most actual like substance there. Both Norths are always competitive, but it feels like the AFC North probably taking a little bit of a step back this year in overall competitiveness. Like,
Sure.
you think the Steelers aren't going to be as good, and I think the Browns aren't going to be as competitive.
Who knows what they're doing at quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
Then
Both
you
those
got
teams
Bengals.
do not have it settled on what's going on at QB, right? So
Yeah.
it's there. Hey, T-Rex.
Everybody
gang.
looks good right now, though, right, guy? The funniest thing I saw was somebody photoshopped Will Campbell's arms to be like super long. So it's just him standing, and his arms were just like extended, so they look like
True.
like he had a 10-foot wingspan.
I don't
Whoever
know.
did that?
I saw some people complain about Mason Graham for Cleveland. That he was it was a little bit of a tough workout. Getting in there. So people are all right. But you see the Travis Hunter story was so nice on the plane.
Oh yeah, dude. We already know Travis Hunter, sweet dude, a sweet, nice dude.
I hope he crushes it.
People are gonna love him. People are gonna love Travis Hunter.
It's gonna be great.
He's a unique person. He's got like his own vibe. He's so nice to everybody. He's like one of those guys. I think it's just he's just so crazy, athletically gifted, but he's just so appreciative to be doing what he's doing, and it's like the perfect mix of you're just gonna fucking love that guy. Jacksonville, you will love that man.
I hope he just balls out.
Just don't love him to death. Do not love him too hard, Jacksonville.
Don't squeeze too hard.
Yeah,
Can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't of mice and men it. All right. So you got a video coming out today?
Yeah.
Today's
Let me
the rookies
see.
or the
Where are we
Raiders?
at on the poll? Let me look. Let me double
Rookies or
check.
Raiders?
Yeah, 62% want the rookie quarterback video. That's
Okay.
what you're going to get.
Look at you. Everybody all organized and stuff. That's great. Hell yeah. That's good.
What about you, Tom? What you got?
I'm working on that Packers video. I'm hoping to record it today. I don't think it'll be out today. It might be out tomorrow. Is Johnny editing for you today?
Yeah.
Okay, then I won't bother him.
No.
All right. Okay, then maybe I'll bother him. Yeah, so we share Johnny Barks. So
Well, he might be finishing up something, but he should be free. Mostly free.
I'll probably come out like tomorrow or something like that. If
But,
teams were wrestlers who are the top 3 biggest heels, I feel like the Chiefs have to be up there now, right? The Eagles can be, but they're like, I like your booze. So, and then Cowboys, Patriots, it was them back in the day.
Yeah.
Like that. Hey, and huge congrats. There's a bunch of college graduates coming through. So huge congrats. It's that time of the year.
Congratulations. Your degree is less meaningful than it would have been 20 years ago.
Let's go. Come on now. We're all going to cry together. But folks, we appreciate you. Wednesday, schedule release. I'll definitely be streaming at nighttime. We're probably going to do GPS. I don't know. Hopefully there's news that breaks before then. And we're starting to get, once the schedule release happens, it is going to be the pits, the depths of the offseason.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
I'm finally looking forward to it.
But folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been
And you reached your destination.
I dropped the pen. I'll catch it before we end.
You'll never catch it
it.
again.
I just did it. So already wrong.